Where do a lot of new traders go wrong? And we'll go to the charts to look at crude oil. Let me take you to this week's NinjaTrader Charting Edge. Pulled up crude oil futures here on the daily, same old with the indicators, 20 period, 3 standard deviation Bollinger Bands, 10-day simple moving average in red, 20-day simple moving average in gold. One thing I like to look at when I look at my charts each and every day is, are we seeing a similar pattern in the chart formations near the tops and the bottoms? Then I look at my indicators to see if they look the same as that chart pattern. And I think that we are seeing something set up right now on crude oil that's pretty interesting to me. Let's go back to this summer. If you go and look here back in June, we were grinding higher with the mouth of the Bollinger Band opening up, holding above the 10 and 20-day moving averages. Top Bollinger Band started to get a little bit choppy. Then we dipped below the 10 and 20-day moving averages and then got back above them, did not make a new high. Let me take you to where we are right now in crude oil. Holding above the 10 and 20-day moving averages, grinding higher, mouth of the Bollinger Band opening up. Top Bollinger Band is doing what? Very choppy. Very similar to what we saw here. Got that one dip below the 10 and 20-day moving averages like we saw right here. Back above it, no new high yet. So what do we look for next? If we get back below this 10 and 20-day moving average like we did here, we could see a little sell-off in crude oil, especially when the Bollinger Bands start to get really tight and compressed. That could be happening here. So if I see crude oil get below the 10 and 20-day moving averages in the coming days, that will trigger me to want to start to look at shorts. And really, it's somewhat tight risk because I don't want to see the market get back above the 10 and 20-day moving averages. Because if it gets below it and then back above it, then I would just throw that signal out the way. But if we get below it and we start to grind lower, I think we could head for that low. Also, something I'll be looking for, I like to have multiple scenarios. Let's just say that this pattern doesn't repeat itself and the Bollinger Bands get tight. What if crude oil makes a new high? We make a new high, start to hug that top Bollinger Band, could be setting up to scenarios like this, scenarios like that, and we could be in store for a grind higher. Once again, it's not always knowing exactly what you think will happen. I like to have multiple scenarios set up, and I like to look at chart patterns versus indicators to see if I'm seeing something repeat itself. And like I said, I think we're seeing that this week in crude oil. Where do a lot of new traders go wrong in their journey to becoming a successful trader? I put this tweet out the other day and it got a ton of engagement. And I wanted to go over it with you today. We hear the stat that 90+% of traders don't make money. And I'm not even sure that's true. What I believe is that it's not that they can't make money, it's that they can't make as much money as they want, so they blow up their accounts in frustration. And this is what causes that stat to be so high. So today I'm just going to talk to you, the trader out there. I look back at my career and I've gone through this. I was on that losing side of the stat for the first few years of my career. And I remember just being frustrated every time that I was not getting the results I wanted. I had gone through periods of time when I was going through the learning process and burning through quite a bit of money. I was actually not losing regularly. I was actually making money regularly, but then I'd have a frustrating moment and all of a sudden I would give all of it back. And I was just a poor risk manager. And a lot of it was because I was not making the amount of money that I really wanted to be. And all of us have expectations when we go into trading. And I think this is the number one reason why traders end up being on the wrong side of this stat. And we don't even know if this stat is true. I think that number is just something that people put out there. I wish I could get actual stats of what that is, but we're probably never going to get an exact stat of what that number is. But we definitely know that this business is hard. And when you're on the losing side of that stat, a lot of those traders are losing because of frustration of not meeting their expectations. Look, we all want to make a bunch of money. That's why we are in this business, right? So if I set my expectations too high and I don't meet them, that makes me feel like I failed. And that in turn causes me to be frustrated. So all of a sudden now, on a day where I'm up a little bit, that could turn into a really bad losing day. How many times have you been up a little bit of money, looked at the scenario in the market and said, you know what, it's really not a great day. I'm happy to be up money, but I haven't hit my number. And you try to make a little bit more, and next thing you know, you're down even more than you were up. We've all done it. We've all been there. And that's because we set expectations. A lot of us aren't present. We aren't present where we are in our journey. We aren't present with where the market is and how the market environment is trading. We always try to get more out of every scenario because we're competitors, we're traders. That's what we do. But if we're not present and self-aware about where we really are as traders and where the market really is, and expectation supersedes our self-awareness, frustration sets in. So my advice to all of you new and veteran traders out there is be present, be self-aware, be okay with what the market environment is. Be okay with where you are in your journey. I personally, at one point in time, was trading 100 to 500 lots of the E-mini S&P each and every single day. Then there was a time where I was really struggling and I had to go back to trading 1 lots to 5 lots. There's nothing wrong with that. I had to accept where I was. The market environment changed. I changed a little bit as a person. I had to adapt to it. If you aren't okay with where you are, the market will always put you in your place. So why let that happen? Why get frustrated? Be okay with it. There's some days you're going to be a 1-lot trader, and someday maybe you'll be a 100-lot or 500-lot trader. As long as you are self-aware with where you really are and accept the market environment for what it is, that's where success will start to come. Remember, traders, micro Treasury yield futures are live at CME Group. If you think interest rates are going to start to move like I do, pull up these symbols, 2YY, 5YY, 10Y, and 30Y. To learn more about micro Treasury yield futures, go to cmegroup.com. Final thoughts for today, traders. First off, be present, be self-aware. Accept where you are in your journey. Accept the market conditions for what they are. Don't force anything. Great traders don't force trades. They're forced to trades. If you can be present, if you can be self-aware, that's where true success comes for traders. I put this tweet out the other day. We're all at different places in our journey as traders. Be yourself. Don't try to be like anyone else. This really fits into everything I'm talking about today. I look at my career as a trader, and this is 23 years in. It's hard to even believe it's been that long for me. And I think about all of the ebb and flow I've had over the years, different markets I've traded, everything that's just gone on in my life as a person, and how much markets have changed. And I think the one thing I look back at, and the one thing that really makes me feel good about my future as a trader, is I'm willing to accept where I'm at. Like I said, I was at a time where I'm trading 100 to 500 lots, and there's times where I'm trading 1 to 5 lots. There's days where I'm trading a lot, and there's days where I'm not trading at all. If you can accept that, that's where growth comes. That's where success comes. Don't look at what other people are doing. It doesn't matter. This is your journey. So be yourself. Don't try to be like anyone else. If you enjoyed today's show, traders, give me the thumbs up and hit that like button. If you didn't, give me the thumbs down and tell me why in the comments down below. Never miss an episode of Develop Your Edge. Hit that subscribe button. You could also DM me on Twitter. My DMs are open at Anthony Crudele. Don't forget to check out Instagram. Got a lot of cool stuff going on Instagram at Anthony C. Crudele. That's a wrap for today. See you next week.